I just had to take you outside because it's such a nice day, and I've been sitting in the studio on my butt all day long, which is totally unhealthy. And I think it's a way nicer backdrop than being in the studio in front of my computer monitor all the time. But speaking of my studio, there it is behind me. I'm such a lucky person to have landed here in Vermont. Anyway, you've seen my video probably, yesterday's video that was 22 seconds long, which was totally on purpose, by the way, because I found out that most people watch it for 22 seconds and either Instagram cuts them off or they're just so bored with whatever it is that I have to say that they say, I'm going to move on, which is fine. People can do that. But I did not know what to do with that information, really. Some people said that I should just work with the algorithm and that people these days don't have a long attention span, and if people don't want to watch that long, then just do something that's very short. At the same time, I can understand that, but at the same time, I don't want to contribute to a soundbite culture that I think is prevalent these days. People read headlines without hearing the rest of the story. There's no depth in it. There's no trying to understand a more complex situation, because life is complex. Being in business like you and I are, running a voiceover business or freelance business is complex. And you can't explain it in a soundbite. And I want to take a little bit of time to give some nuances, to tell you that there's more to a story than you think there is. And I cannot do that in a soundbite. I think it's unfair. And it really encourages people to not look into things that they should be looking into that are more complex. And I can't help that the world is complex. It's not black and white. I don't want to reduce reality to a soundbite, so that's why I'm thinking of sticking to my longer explanations, whether you like it or not. Those who are interested will listen to the end, and those who are not interested, maybe they're just not my audience. I don't have to be popular. I don't have to be liked by everybody. That's totally fine. It should be fine. Maybe the smaller crowd is just my thing. I was watching a video the other day about somebody who was a musician who had a very hard time getting the crowds to come to his concerts. He said, I think the music that we make as a band is great. We've had good feedback, so I think the product that we're offering is not the problem. The problem is how to fill a room of people. Now, what we could do is hire a company that would recruit, let's say, 400 or 500 people for us. They would bus them to the venue, and they could see the concert for free. And then I could say, you know what, I've played to a crowd of 500-600 people. But the problem is that only the people who are in the front row that really want to be there, that bought a ticket to be there, and that are fans, will enjoy it. And the rest is just sitting there, maybe annoyed, maybe puzzled. They don't want to be there. And is that the crowd you want to play to? The people that don't want to be there and don't want to hear you? No, of course not. And it's fake. You give yourself the idea that you have a room full of people so you can say, well, you played for a sold out venue. That's just not realistic. It's something that is manufactured. And I don't want to be that person that has a manufactured audience. Because it's possible when you're on Instagram that you can send money to a company and they will guarantee you that within a couple of weeks you have 10,000 followers. But that's like the people who don't want to be at your concert. So I don't want to go there, and I refuse to pay money for that sort of thing. I want my channel to grow organically, and I want the people who are really interested to be there. And if you don't, well, there's plenty of other people that you can follow and plenty of other videos that you can watch. So I think those are my thoughts for now. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my day. If you've been following my content for quite a while and commenting, I appreciate you very much. Don't feel obligated to watch everything I do or comment on everything I do. Pick and choose here and there, and all I'm asking is just stay in touch with me, because I'd love to hear from you, and I love it when people send me tips and give me suggestions, because this is just new for me. I'm trying to crack the code, and I know there's people who've been doing this for way longer than I have, who probably know way better to do with it and could give me advice. So yes, I'm open to it, and I appreciate your input. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned. See you soon.